to our event, and we would also like to thank Sons for making this happen. So, big round of applause to Sons. And a big round of applause for you guys as well for making your time to come. So we really appreciate it, and we hope you're going to enjoy it tonight. Today. Well, tonight we've got an acoustic night as well, so it's like the whole event. We've prepared wonderful guest speakers, but before we get to that point, just for like quick health and safety, if you see like a fire or smoke, let someone know. There's a fire exit there and the entrance that you came from. So there's 2 points of exit if there's any fire or smoke. The next thing is, if you haven't already bought, we're selling food. It's coming at 7:15, so during acoustic night time. It's Nepali catering, so it's an 8-item Nepali food. And if you want tickets, you can go to the front. So there's members of Sons doing the tickets there. We've also got challenges, so fitness challenges, where Signature have sponsored their ticket to their music festival. So you can win that if you do the challenges. So there's a pull-up challenge, both for male and female, so there's a prize for both. We're also going to give you a t-shirt for if you win. And there's a push-up challenge as well, so there's prizes. So yeah, do make sure to try those. Now I'll hand it over to Nick to kind of introduce us.
Hello guys, we are 2 teammates of UKNPL. This is AJ obviously and Nish. We've also got Onmo, Osim, Dipan, Prem and Iran. They're all around helping everyone out. We just want to say thank you again. Thank you for coming. We've got 18 speakers with 12 different groups, and our main goal was basically this, just introducing all forms of fitness, from running, calisthenics, boxing, football, to any sort of general sports. And we just want to keep an eye on our social media, because we'll be hosting more events, starting with our second powerlifting meet, and then we will go on to other general sports as well. So I'm going to hand it over to AJ now, who's going to introduce the first speaker.
Yeah. So, thanks for that, Nish. So our first speaker is Mr. Sugam himself. So Sugam represents Sugam Fitness. He's well versed in calisthenics, powerlifting, bodybuilding. What sports can he not do? He's a fitness freak. He's quite active in his YouTube as well. So if you do check out his YouTube channel, because he's quite funny as well. In terms of he engages the audience in a very interactive way for fitness. And one of his reels actually hit 1.4 million views, just one of his reels. So it's saying that even Nepali fitness people can kind of get that social fitness impact and outreach. So yeah, give it up for Sugam.
Right guys, so I'm Sugam Run Club. So I go by the name Sugi's Fit on Instagram, TikTok or YouTube like that. And essentially my main focus around fitness is powerlifting and calisthenics. Before I get along, has everyone heard of powerlifting? Yeah? Calisthenics? Yeah. Do you know what powerlifting is? Yeah. Can you guys name like the 3 exercises for powerlifting? Sumo lift. Yeah, squat, bench, deadlift. And calisthenics, right? So calisthenics, does anyone know like a definition of calisthenics by any chance? Body weight. Yeah, pretty much, right? So calisthenics is like body weight training. You pretty much like treat like everything like a gym, so you can do it anywhere. That's the essence of calisthenics. And the reason I started doing calisthenics was when I was doing football. So when I was about 15, 16, I used to play a lot of football. So that's why I met a lot of people, Nepalese people through football. And kind of got a lot into fitness, calisthenics especially. Then started going to the gym, and like when I was 16, like every guy who goes to the gym wants to obviously like impress the girls, right? So I started going there, felt good about myself. Then I just became in love with fitness and gym, right? And I didn't since then I kind of stopped playing football, and my main focus now is just gym and calisthenics. So essentially, with calisthenics, right? First I'm going to start with calisthenics, right? So calisthenics is 5 different movements, right? So it's squat, bench, squat, pull-up, push-ups, L-sit, and push-ups. So I'm gonna just show you guys a demonstration here, so I can give you like a visual effect on how it looks as well. So you're gonna bring it for me? Thank you. Can I get anyone to volunteer by any chance? Could be anyone. Yeah, let's go. So this is a pull-up. So one more. Nice. So show them like a chin up. Chin up, chin up. Sorry.
You gotta calm down, bro.
Yep. So that's the chin up. So that's the difference between chin up and pull-up is how you grip it. Dips. Nice. Push up. Just a normal push up. Yeah, sorry. I want to show you that visually, right? Cool. Amazing. Sick. So I'm not gonna ask you to do the setup because you don't need that. But thank you so much, man. Five basic movements of calisthenics. Right. So now I'm gonna show you like why I think calisthenics is like really good, and I'm gonna try to sell you calisthenics right now. Right. So cool.
You want it facing this way?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So you saw the pull-up right there, right? So that's a pull-up. So you have a pull-up here like this, right? With calisthenics, right, you can do a lot of things with it, right? So I can just do chest and bar pull-ups, right? If I'm really advanced, let's see if I can do it. Maybe not. It's not going there. But yeah, so I'll do a muscle-up right there, right? So with calisthenics, right, there's no, thank you so much. With calisthenics, there's no like levels to this. There's always like something you can do, right? So if you can do a pull-up, you can move on to high pull-ups, muscle-ups, anything like that. That's the reason I love calisthenics, and that's why I'm trying to send you calisthenics to you right here. And now move to powerlifting, right? And the reason I like to combine powerlifting and calisthenics is that essentially in fitness, right, there's like a notion back in the day, I don't know as much anymore, but before, it was either like you do weights or you do body weight, right? And I always thought to myself, why don't I just combine them both, right? Simple, right? But there's that wall between like weights and calisthenics, but now it's less. So my sense was like, let me mix the two of like strength and calisthenics. So that's how I kind of go into like a bit of both. And I like to just have fun with fitness. So my philosophy is like with fitness, right? Is yeah, we can talk about discipline, we can talk about consistency and stuff, but you have to love what you do, right? So I like doing both, so I like to combine both. But yeah, so does anyone here play like video games? Video games? Like any what game do you play? Valorant, right? So when you play Valorant, right? Why do you enjoy it? Like do you enjoy it because there's like different skills to it, right? And you can like compete as well, right? Cool. So with me, right, that's why I like to think about fitness as well. Like a video game, right? I think myself as a video game character, right? And this character, I call him Sugi's Fit, can like do muscle ups, can do deadlifts, can do squats, and I want to increase like different skills of that aspect, right? And I've been doing this for 6 years, and that's always been my philosophy regarding fitness. And yeah, so that's how I like to talk about fitness. And yeah, so one more thing about like philosophy around fitness, right? Is I'm into like psychology, like yeah, science and stuff, that zodiac science and stuff, right? So does anyone heard of Sigmund Freud? Yeah. Sigmund Freud, yeah. The Sigmund Freud is like a godfather of psychology, right? And there's one principle called the pleasure principle. So essentially what that means is that as human beings, we're either going away from pain or going towards pleasure, right? And with fitness, right, when people start with fitness, they think, oh, I'm gonna go gym like 5 times a week, I'm gonna eat healthy, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, right? But the way when you start fitness like that, it becomes like an upward battle that you're always fighting against. Hence, I like to think of it as like, you're gonna enjoy the process of what you do, right? So when you start fitness, or like when you start doing calisthenics or powerlifting, you wanna do it in a way that you enjoy, right? So you wanna eat like, when you want to eat healthy stuff, but you also combine the stuff you like to eat, right? Because obviously us Nepalese people, we love like curries, we love like sweet stuff, right? So you want to kind of mix that in with your diet and training as well. And it took me about 3 to 4 years to kind of like come up with that. And I feel like everyone who's going to start their like calisthenics, powerlifting, bodybuilding journey, gonna have to go through that process, right? It's kind of finding the way how it like shows you, like how you would do it like you, right? Because I can give you all the tips to do it, but can you do it for yourself, like for a long term? So my thinking is you gotta do it for long term, and you gotta enjoy what you do. Yeah. Finally, right? So kind of being like a bit too long now. So finally, right? So my plan in fitness is that kind of just like show myself off because I start to see it from up as well, up with your body, kind of showing off what you can do with your body. And my future plans with fitness is kind of just like, have fun with it. I obviously compete, so I compete in like wedding calisthenics, which I came second in last year, and also powerlifting about 4 years ago. And just keep competing, keep making content, and keep just like inspiring people, but also inspiring people to have fun with fitness as well. Thank you very much, guys.
Well, amazing speech by Sugam, very insightful. And if you're a beginner and want to learn more, reach out to him. He does like training programs as well, so do reach out to Sugam. Now we'll go to our second fitness guest speakers. So we've got Nikita and Chris. And they're representing Khelchu. So Khelchu is an initiative to kind of promote inclusivity, or not like more, trying to get Nepali women into sport, which is I think really good. They hosted the first ever UKNPL Women Football Tournament. And they also came first in the women's division in Gopher Cup. So give it up to them, and I'll pass it over to
Namaste and hello everyone, I'm Krish and I'm part of the creative team.
Hi guys, I'm Nikita and I'm the Vice President. And we are here to represent Khelchu in this wonderful event.
Khelchu is a non-profit organisation that promotes sports participation amongst Nepali girls and women. And it's founded by Dr. Hamro Run Club in 2019 after leaving university and facing limited opportunities to play locally, similar to many of us and what we've experienced. It all started with a fun basketball session, and then the turnout was better than anticipated, so then the girls were hoping to have fun. We've seen some exponential growth since we got the up last year, and so lots of positive feedback from the girls. And in response to growing numbers and in need for a bigger team, to plan events, manage social media, increase community liaison, and I'd like to quickly introduce our committee members.
First and most importantly, our founder, Dr. Rajmanari. She is also a captain in the army. Secondly, you got me as a vice president, and we got our team captain and coach, Rija Shahi Didi. And we also have our community liaison officer, Shana Rai and our sport and our basketball ambassador, Ruby Rai.
I'm part of the creative team behind design and social media, along with Sandesh Rai, our social media publicist, as well as JJ Dai, who is somewhere at the back there as well. And together we're the creative team of Khelchu. And I only joined the MK committee early last year, since I was already tagging along with Nikki doing creative team anyway.
So a little introduction about myself. I started playing football when I was 4 years old. I played both football and basketball. Thanks to my dad, I started playing football because he used to take me with him when he played. And I'll be that little annoying kid just running in the field, messing with the game. And my dad saw my interest in football and put me into a Brazilian football school. I played for that team until I came to UK in 2009. Coming to UK, I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to play football as just a man of football. However, that quickly turned sour as there wasn't any girls football team in the UK. My parents, they traveled so many places to put me in the team, and they even spoke with the boys football teams and that. However, none of them accepted girls to play. They were like, oh, girls can't play football and all of that. So that quickly motivated me to play football, and I turned into basketball. For basketball, I started playing when I was in year 8. I was the team captain in my school, and I played in college. I stopped playing sports for a bit in university to study, and quickly during COVID, I found my passion again for football, and I played for Rushmore Ladies, and I'm currently the top scorer. Woo!
I'm still early in my fitness venture, and I've only been playing football for less than a year now, but I've managed to progress and accomplish quite a lot in a small amount of time. I joined Khelchu last year because I needed a active outlet for my mental health and to improve my fitness as well. Coming from a limited active background, I find that most sports and sports space is quite intimidating, and I wanted a chill and welcoming environment as I have a severe anxiety disorder. So how many of you may feel anxious stepping up to the stage today? I feel like that all the time, on and off through the day, unprovoked. But yeah. So Khelchu quickly became something I look forward to every week. Thanks to all the Khelchu girls and boys for being so welcoming and supportive, especially for us beginners, because we really do appreciate the time and effort it takes to break down the fundamentals, and from something that comes so natural to many. Not many of us are blessed like that.
So, like any other sports, football has many benefits. Number one being active, improving your cardiovascular system. And football's for everyone, it's not just for some specific players. So, like we said, we have beginners coming with us. And as you progress in football, there's a lot more skills that you pick up. It's not just kicking the ball around, it's a lot of mental skills you learn, such as spatial awareness, making space for yourself and the teamwork, and how fast or how hard and soft you hit the ball, your shooting technique, don't lean back when you shoot and that, which I've been schooled of a lot of times. And yeah, just like our beginners, like they just started playing last year, and now they have improved so much. Like they're playing competitively as well with us, and that's just so amazing to see.
Yeah, we're really gassed to say that we hosted the first ever Nepali women's football tournament, Sewa Cup, in collaboration with 7 Mortgages this year. Due to high interest in competitive play from our beginners, we were able to form 2 different groups. And this is coming from 4 girls that started last year to have now 2 competitive teams to play. That's like an amazing day for women's football, and it was so nice to see different ladies from different communities come all together, just participating for a bit bands. And being a women's football team, there are lots of barriers that we face, such as not receiving the right type of support or to execute any of our ideas or get sponsorships, and even delayed overt responses. We need to acknowledge the disparity in opportunities available to girls and boys within our own community, and the lack of representation and diversity within the sports industry. As there aren't many Asian sports teams, we played our first ever league earlier this year, and we gave them a run for their money and came in second on the league table. Through participation, we hope to also dismantle pre-existing traditional stereotypes.
Couple of accomplishments this week that we have accomplished so far in the past year. Like Mabo said, we started off with just 4 players in our training. I still remember that day. And I think Rest Money was like, let's call it off. I was like, no, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. And yeah, look at us now. And my favorite accomplishment that we did was making history by being the first ladies team to ever play in Hamro Run Club last year. They haven't had any ladies participation in over 2 decades, and I think many of us know that Hamro Cup is like a World Cup final to all the Nepalese people. So yeah, it was amazing to play last year, and more tournaments came for us after the World Cup. So like the B-Fest we played, and we played Play-On League, like she said, and we got second. And our basketball team also played their exhibition match in the NBUK final, and we got another exhibition match coming next Saturday for the NBUK final. Yeah, I think we also won our Hamro Cup this year. And we also won our Sugam Cup as well. And yeah, we got FITNESS coming up this July, and we're prepared, getting in preparation for that. Hopefully, snatch all the trophies this year too. Yeah, I'm proud to say we got more trophies than Tottenham Spurs. If any of you are Spurs fans, then you know so.
Yeah, we also have multiple outlets it's for fundraising for MK. And earlier this year we hosted a bingo night, and thanks to all the love and support from our community for a successful night. Sochi Didi over here also ran the fastest ever full London marathon to raise money and funding for Khelchu. We've also had multiple individuals and organisations reach out to us just to donate some funds, and everything that we fundraise goes straight back to Khelchu. We want to minimise financial barriers to make sports accessible to other girls and ladies within our own community, because that's quite a big part.
I think moving forward for MK, we've got big dreams ahead. Next year, we're planning to play a tournament international somewhere in Spain and that. Yeah, just to see how different countries play and the team play. And it's going to be different to the teams that we play from the UK because, yeah, English people are very tough and physical. And we know that in Spain they're going to be very technical. So it's going to be a great experience for us. And we got loads of tournaments that we're planning to host, events coming up. And yeah, we are not just a sports team. Khelchu is a movement as well. We're just trying to get more ladies, young girls, my boys, ladies, aunties, just come and play football or any other sports, and we will support you guys throughout the way.
Yeah, so we're open to all abilities, all ages, and if you need any more information, please don't hesitate to contact us on Khelchu on Instagram and Khelchu@outlook.com to email us to get in touch. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
One inspiring talk by Khelchu. They smashed the speech, so I hope you enjoyed that. Now I'm going to introduce our third fitness guest speakers. So we've got Sugam and Ravina representing Hamro Run Club. Hamro Run Club operates in Folkestone and Ashford, and I believe they go on every Sunday. They do a 9 AM run. So if you're local to the area, do hit the Hamro Run Club. And they also host a lot of they've raised a lot of money for charity, doing lots of events, so yeah, I'll hand it off to Sugam.
Namaste everyone, my name is Sugam Rai, I'm watching for Tulba, I'm from and I'm the founder of Hamro Run Club.
And I'm Trista, and I'm part of the HRC team.
To be honest, I should be wearing Run Club t-shirt, you know, like, size is the other way, but anyway, that's our t-shirt. Anyway, so the reason I started the Run Club was because I wanted to build an English community, and that came from the idea from when I ran my first private marathon. So it was one of my first running events. It was one of the toughest as well because I didn't train properly because I played football as well, and then I got injured and I made backtrack my training. But eventually, when I did do the marathon, around 38 I started to struggle, I started to hit the rock bottom, I literally hit the wall, and this was what I saw was like, I saw runners, and I thought they were just running around. They were literally running past me, and I was like, but in a group as well, and I was there all alone, I was like, oh, that's something, that's what I want, and that motivated me as well, so I started to slowly hit their way, and I started to walk, run, jog, and towards the finishing line, I started to get emotional. It was hard. I was fighting through pain, and then once I crossed the finish line, I stopped and I looked up. I just saw everyone in the Run Club group, and I was like, yes, that's what I want, and I will make that happen. And that's how the idea came from. So Run Club started in 2019. Our idea came in 2018, but I officially opened from 2019. And in our first session, we had like a few runners from Ashford and a few runners from Folkestone. We were only 8 of us, but that was still a big number for me, and I was so proud of it. And then we started off well, and then COVID lockdown hit. And that's when I started to get demotivated because plus obviously lockdown hit, I thought we couldn't come out. And because we couldn't come out, I started to lose my motivation, and this was once the lockdown was lifted up, it was only me or my guy or a few other runners, literally 1 or 2 of us always did it. I will meet up places in Jerry, so I'm not always there 9 AM, wait 10 AM to get up, but yeah, I used to wait there 8 AM. No one used to turn up, and that would demotivate me a lot. And I was like, you know what, I need to take it up. So I took myself to that challenge. I don't know if you've heard of it, David Goggins, 4 hours, 4 miles for every 4 hours for 48 hours. So I did that challenge, I started to do the challenge, and I started to get more support. I started to get lots of support, and especially, and that's when I met Bobina Didi, and she was so supportive and energetic, so I was like, I need to bring my team, and she's here, and she's been thick and through with me, like from the club, as we have grown, and so when I did that challenge, it motivated me a lot. I was like, wow, there is actually runners out there, there is actually support out there, and yeah, so that lit my fire inside me, so I started running again a bit more. And I think last year we did our first half marathon as a team. And again, I didn't train properly for that. I'm a runner, but anyway, I didn't train for it, and I struggled. But when we did run together, I saw our Run Club t-shirts there, and it just felt amazing because that's what I wanted from Brighton Marathon. Well, I did goal. I'm sweating, it's getting on. But yeah, the best feeling was in the finishing line, everyone rooting for each other, everyone's waiting for each other on the finishing line and just cheering. And that's when I found out this is what I wanted, and I have done it. Let's do it again. Although that's not the finishing point of our Hamro Run Club, but that was our pinnacle moment. That's when I was like, yes, I want it more from there. Since then we've been growing more and doing our own events. So I'll let you carry on for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that very lovely introduction. So yeah, just following on from that with Hamro Run Club, so I've obviously been involved with the gang for a while now, and like you said, obviously there were times when we run it by bars, it used to be like 2-3 of us running. Obviously in the winter time it's really difficult because obviously people don't like to get out, it's dark, I know, but obviously we stuck through that, and then from the 2-3 members, now we're looking at a minimum of 20, 15, 25 members on every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. They get up and they join us, so it's just so beautiful to see that all together. In terms of my fitness journey and running journey, so I've always run, I've always ran, so I don't call myself a runner because it's not like for time or distance, I just go because that's like my get out and clear my head from work or whatever. And then I would always call myself a lone wolf kind of thing because I was like on my own. And then when obviously I saw this happening and seeing this group, I would really urge, and anybody else, I feel like if you think you can't run, whatever that is, run in a group. It's like you don't have to run, you can walk it, you can dance it, you can do whatever. But just being out there, being with a group, pushing each other on, I think that is what the beauty of Hamro Run Club is. I feel like we all push each other, and that's how we go forward and that's how we move. And I'm really excited to see how far we can go. And the things what we do is in terms of, so that's a bit about the club. But what the other things that we do is obviously our main focus is the 9 a.m. Sunday runs. But apart from that, we do many events. So obviously we do events. We also participate in global, national events for charities. We also host our own. So various examples of these are, so we have baseline events of 5K, 10Ks. Something that we tried out earlier this year, because I'm very also again, leading on from our Khelchu and trying to get the girls in. One of the main things for me is also to get more girls in, because obviously with the team as well, being like one of the, limited in terms of girls in the running community. In focusing, what we found was it was only men that was running, which is great. I love, that's fine. But I wanted to get the girls in, bring them in, and to show them that we are out there. So we hosted our first ever girls only run early this year, and that was so good to see girls come out. Didis motivating each other. My Runnerbox family came down, they motivated our HRC girls, and they just brought everyone together. So we're also going to do another one hopefully soon. So I'd like more girls to please come through, come join. If you have never run before, don't get scared. More Khelchu girls out there. So that's one of the other examples. We also participate in other events as well. So that's obviously why I said we did the Richmond Half last year. One of our signature events, and which is one of our highlights and the key thing is Hamro Run Club. So that happens obviously once a year. Sugam. So Hamro Run Club is basically a 24-hour marathon, half a marathon relay. I nearly said marathon and I scared everyone. But it's a half marathon relay. So for the 24 hours, we have teams and groups going off one after the other. We just keep that going until the next day, and then we party. So that's one of the things that's obviously, like I said, last year was a huge success because of everybody that got involved. And we'll be back this year, so please, come through. Also, this year we want to make it bigger, better. We want to have teams, we want to have numbers there. So if you have anything, please do get involved. Just get in touch with us, and then we can sort of sign you up.
Just on that, Hamro, if you follow us on Hamro Run Club Instagram, quick plug. But we'll put out details on it. You can put your interest for Hamro Run. So we want maximum. We want as much as we want, to be honest. Like, we want to make it bigger and better. And it's going to be our signature annual thing. Basically, half marathon leading, and we want to fundraise as well. Last year we raised around £1,400, and that's from generous people like you guys. So we'll do bigger things this year.
So thank you, and I think in terms of events, we've got bigger and better things coming up, so make sure you follow our page and stay tuned.
And shout out to your Sashi family.
Our family's right there.